everyone, and welcome back to another Buenos Aires vlog. Today we're going to talk about the cost of living in this beautiful city. We're going to talk about how much I spend in a month while living here. We're going to look at my April 2025 expenses. Prices are a little bit surprising, surprised me a little bit, it caught me off guard, but we're going to walk around the city today, hang out together, and we're going to talk about the price of living in Buenos Aires, Argentina. We're currently in Big Rabbit and we just got done eating lunch. We ordered 2 tostados and I got a latte. This costed us around 20,000 pesos, which is like 18 USD. And I'm not going to include this into our overall monthly expense that we're talking about because I'm currently filming this video in May, but we're talking about April 2025 monthly expenses. Overall, Michael and I go out about 3 times a week. We typically go to cafes, but this also can include us ordering in with Pedido Ya or Rappi. When we go out to a cafe, it costs us about 15-ish USD, maybe around 20,000 pesos like we're doing right now. If we're going out or ordering in a nicer dinner, it costs us around 30 or 35 USD. The monthly amount that we spent for eating out / ordering in throughout the month shared between Michael and I is actually a little bit surprising to me. We spent about 205 USD in that area. So I don't know if to you that's bad, but to me it's a little bit high. It was a little bit shocking, and we haven't even talked about groceries yet. I think when we talk about groceries, we're all going to be a little bit shocked. But in the point of the video, maybe it's not too random to look at some of the prices of apartments in the city. This is 3 bedrooms in Palermo, a studio in Palermo, penthouse in Belgrano, 7 bedrooms in Belgrano.
But the most important part,
above Havana. 3 bedrooms in Villa Urquiza, which is a more residential area. If you're interested, there's a QR code. To Belgrano today because Michael was hoping to go to an eyeglass store and get some new glasses, and I thought it would have been cool to talk about it on the video, but this is like the 5th series in the saga of us using Google Maps. And Google Maps not telling us the correct information because the store is closed again. But the glasses that Michael was looking at was about 100 USD, between like 110,000 pesos, 120,000 pesos, depending like if you get anything extra, like blue light protectant or anti-scratch or things like that. I'll have to try a different day. I actually need new glasses too. I've been using my same one since like 2022 or 2023. So I was actually hoping to see Michael's experience to see if I wanted to get the same one, but another day. Live in Argentina, you have probably already been asked, are you team dulce or are you team salado? And I am team dulce through and through. I'm the stereotype always needing a sweet treat. So we stopped to get a sweet treat at Chuchi's Cookies, and I've been obsessed with like eating cookies recently, so we had to get one. And this cookie is really interesting because it's 3 flavors in one. It's chocolate chip, red velvet, and like triple chocolate on the other side. And if you're indecisive like me, it's ideal because you don't even have to decide. I actually really like the red velvet part, but this cookie was 2,600 pesos, which is like 2-ish US dollars. So it's a pretty good snack. Also, April's 2025's average like peso blue rate, I'm using 1,200 because it fluctuated a lot in April. I think there were some moments where it was like at 1,300 or above 1,300, and I think we ended the month close to like 1,100. So we're gonna use 1,200 as like the average conversion rate. got done with the work week today. This work week was a little bit stressful. What I do when I end my work week to prepare myself for the upcoming work week is I make sure my email inbox is completely empty. That's like a priority for me. And I make sure I set up any routines, meetings, or Spanish classes I have for the upcoming week. And that is something I just got done doing because I just scheduled all of my one-on-one sessions with Worlds Lacrosse with my amazing tutors. And I'm so excited to say that Worlds Lacrosse again is a sponsor of today's video. I've been taking classes with them for several months now, and honestly, I do have to say their tutors are the best. I take conversation classes with them, and it literally feels like I'm like on FaceTime with a friend just catching up about life. It makes me so excited and motivated to continue learning and practicing Spanish. And one thing that I love about Worlds Lacrosse that separates them from other online learning platforms is the fact that they have a community. They have group classes so you can take classes alongside your friends and learn Spanish that way, again with their amazing tutors, and I just cannot recommend them enough. So if you're interested, use my code below for money off, and thank you again to Worlds Lacrosse for sponsoring today's video and keeping me excited and motivated to learn Spanish. Morning everyone, today we are in a brand new area because we followed another one of your guys' recommendations, because last week we also followed one of your guys' recommendations. Today we are in Parque Rivadavia. We're in Caballito today, which we've been to Caballito before, but not specifically this park. First impressions is that it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful, so thank you for the recommendation. And I wanted to quickly talk about us getting here because we came here on the bus and it costed us each like 500 pesos to get here. Sorry for the dog in the background. Michael and I spent in total 20 USD on public transportation, and last month we treated ourselves to 10 Ubers, which is actually very not usual for us. We usually treat ourselves to about 4 or 5 throughout the whole month, but we took 10 last month and it actually averaged up to being about 50 USD, which ends up being about $5 per trip. Park is really big, and in most parks in VA there's like a free workout spot where you can like work out for free in the park. I use walking around the city as my physical activity, and I also go to the gym 4 times a week, and my monthly subscription to the gym is now, they just increased it, 60,000 pesos, which is like 50-ish USD. I have never paid this much ever, so I am always consistently debating about canceling it. We will see if I ever do that. The gym to me is just really, really important. And one more random expense before we continue on with the journey is that I pay 7,000-ish pesos for my phone every month. We have made a little detour to take a coffee break in Tienda de Cafe because it is so hot outside. I actually got an iced latte, thankfully. But while we're sitting here taking a little break before we move on to our next stop, I wanted to talk a little bit about the amount that we spend on groceries every month, because groceries are a big amount of our overall budget. Our grocery overall amount that we spent was 500 USD.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Now let me explain, because we spend about 100 USD every single week on groceries between two people. Please keep that in mind. We also spend extra money on the pets. So 440 of that was between me and Michael, and $60 of that was Max and Coca. It's very similar to what we were spending in the US. I would say we probably spend a little bit more on here, because if we want to make a recipe that's from the US, like ingredients in the US that we would typically use are less expensive there. But if we're looking for ingredients that may not be as popular in the US here, we have to pay a little bit more. If you want to share what you spend on groceries every single month down below, please do. But again, keep in mind, this is for two people. Yesterday we looked at the prices of buying a place within Belgrano, Palermo, and you know, those more touristy areas, but these prices around Caballito, San Cristobal, Flores, much more affordable in my opinion. Albaneta, 1 bedroom. Caballito, 1 spacious bedroom it looks like. Another 1 bedroom. San Telmo studio. And we have come to Caballito mostly to go to Parque Centenario before, but we've never actually spent a good amount of time walking through the streets of Caballito, and I'm pleasantly surprised. There's a lot of pretty buildings, the architecture is really nice, and it's a good shopping area. So if you're looking to shop around for clothes or anything like that, it's a good area. And we had a lot of fun at Parque Rivadavia too. So again, thanks for recommending it. And if you have any other recommendations of where we should go, please let us know. Things to do in Caballito, and it told us to come here to the Patio de los Lecheros, I think it's called. And it's a very trendy area with outdoor seating, with a lot of different types of foods from different cultures and things like that. The one thing I would probably say though, if you come here, the prices seem a little bit inflated with that touristy price. I saw a choripan for 10 meal, but it's a fun thing to do if you're coming to Caballito. I don't think we're gonna eat here, but to walk around, it was really pretty. I know that the biggest question you want answered is how much I spend on rent every month. I'm sure that you do. Is probably one of the main reasons why you clicked on this video, but if you stayed until the end, 1, you're a real one, and 2, you get to find out the answer, because I have never shared how much I spent on rent in our apartment since we've re-signed the contract. Now, we first signed for this place in December of 2023, and when we signed then, we paid 550 USD fixed, everything included, except Wi-Fi and electricity. I shared our negotiating, re-signing of the contract and what that process was like for us. We talked with our landlord for 2 months about it. Something that was really important to me when we were re-signing was that I wanted an all-inclusive as much as we possibly could. Not just rent, I really wanted expenses included in the rent. I think ABL is included with that because expenses have just skyrocketed in this last year. If we were going to sign for this place, we were going to put an absolute highest max value of what we were willing to spend, and our landlord actually accepted the price. I was kind of shocked that he did. That price for a 1-bedroom, spacious, a lot of light letting in, big window apartment in a good neighborhood, we are paying fixed price for 1 year, 650 USD, expenses included, and that's split between Michael and I. Now, apart from that, we do pay Wi-Fi, which is 20,000 pesos, 17 USD. We pay for electricity as well, and our April's electricity bill was actually very high. It's typically around 50-ish thousand pesos now, about 40-ish USD, but for March, when we were using the ACs, we have 2 ACs when we were using them a lot, it ended up being 130,000 pesos, which was 108 USD. So it was definitely higher for that month. We pay half of gas and our landlord pays half of the gas. So the price that we had to pay for gas was 17 USD, 20,000 pesos. So in total with rent and all of these expenses, gas, internet, electricity, what we paid split half and half for the month of April. It's actually very interesting because we live in this unit, like we receive the bill of what the expenses are. Just got the bill today while I'm filming this video, and the bill for the expenses for the month was 220-ish thousand pesos, which is a huge chunk of money. And maybe you guys can let me know down below what that goes to. For us, we think it goes to like the electricity, the elevator, the lights in the building, the lady who cleans the building, admin of the building. But we were trying to think, like, if every single unit is paying 220,000 pesos, it ends up being a lot of money. Is there something else that we're missing that these expenses are going to? Because we can't wrap our mind around it. Just had a brand new experience in Argentina because we were gifted kindly by Leandro a big box experience. So we went to a cafe and we had delicious food. It was so good. So thank you. That was like one of the sweetest things. We had so much fun. So thank you. We are spending our Sunday morning in Villa or Tuzar. It's a very quiet residential area and it's so fall. Like you can see all around me, like the leaves on the trees are changing colors. Like walking, you can just see all of the leaves on the ground. So pretty. And if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to give me a like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Those are all free and easy things to do to support me and my channel to continue making videos if you have been enjoying the videos. And with all that being said, I'll see you in the next one. I literally just picked up the camera and this dog started again. It was quiet for 30 minutes. You can hear the random dog. Every time I've been filming, there's been a random dog. 110,000 pesos?
Yeah, it's like $100-ish, 110.
I gotta stop filming because this is too overwhelming, so I gotta go.